So, I want to look at today maybe how a line cuts the x-axis or maybe the y-axis. So let's just start messing around with this and see what we can figure out. Let's say I just draw a line. You can do this too, draw any line you want. I'm going to do one that looks like that. And where does that cut the y-axis there? Like, I know you don't know for sure because I haven't scaled my axis here or anything like that. But what point? Now, a point has to have an x-coordinate and a y-coordinate, so make sure when you're at home answering my question now that you're giving me a point as to what you think that point there is. And I would say maybe approximately 0.3. Who knows? I'm just approximating. And if we draw another line, let's draw this one. What would you assume that point there is? I'm going to guess 0 minus 1. And, you know, draw another line. Draw as many lines as you want. We can do one that goes horizontal. What would that point be? So where does it cut the y-axis? Maybe at 0 minus 5. Again, I don't know. I'm just guessing here. And so here's my x-axis. And here's my y-axis. So where is it cutting across the y-axis is what we're looking at. All these different lines and where they're cutting the y-axis. So maybe that's 0, 1. Yeah, what do you notice? What do they all have in common? Look at the x-coordinate. It's always 0. So if you want to know, let's say the line x plus y equals 10. So there's the equation or the name of a line. So give me some points in that line. So 5, 5, 2, 8, 3, 7, 7, 3. You know, so if I want to know what that line looks like, I can draw it. So 3, 7, maybe off up here, and 7, 3, maybe off over here. And we can find out what the line kind of looks like. But how do we find out where it cuts the y-axis? Well, what do you know about a line that cuts the y-axis? The x-coordinate is always going to be 0, so that's 0 something. Now, I'm not guessing anymore. I want to know now that I have this bit of information, where does this line cut the y-axis? So for the x, I'm going to put in 0, which means what would the y be? 0 plus what gives me 10? 10. So that point there is 0, 10. For definite. I wonder if you could figure out maybe where that line, what it looks like. So pause the video, find out what it looks like, and then find out where it cuts the y-axis. I'm going to continue on here because I'm assuming that you've paused the video and you've tried to answer those questions for yourself. So let's look at some points on this line. So 1, 5 looks to be on it. Maybe a bit there. And 2, 3 looks to be on it. And so it looks like this maybe. So we can see it has a negative slope. And now I want to know, what's this point here? What do I know? I know it's 0 something. So the x is 0. So 2 times 0 plus y gives me 7. So 0, 7. The y is 7. And last one. Maybe x plus 2y equals 12. I'm only just making up lines. So what does this line look like? So let's say 4 4 seems to be on that. So over 4, up 4, maybe about there. And 6, 3. 6, 3 looks like it's on it. And so it looks like that. Actually, every line that I've drawn today, has had a negative slope. Now, where does that line cut the y-axis? So what do we know? We know that it's 0 something, that point there. So if the x is 0, then the y is 6. That point there, 0, 6, for definite. I wonder if you could figure out where all these lines cut the x-axis. So we've been looking at there, where do they cut the y-axis? I'm going to do videos tomorrow on where it cuts the x-axis, but I think a good lot of you will be able to figure that out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to email you with some questions to do with this today. So you'll get your normal junior cert question and a link to this video. And then I'll probably give you a few questions in that email as well.